Hello, everyone. I'm back with another Married at First Sight recap, episode 5. Look, guys, this one wasn't the most interesting one in the world, but the next one, the preview for the next one, I know is going to be spicy. So this one is going to be a recap, but the next one, I'm going to do a more reaction style. You know how people react to movies and stuff like that, and they just clip like the good parts and them reacting to it? I'm going to do that next, and it's going to be like movie night themed. I'm so excited. That's what I'm doing tonight. But I just wanted to record this to still try and get caught up with MAFS. So let's head straight into it. This is the last wedding episode. We have 2 weddings this episode, and then they are done. Hallelujah. I don't think I could have dealt with another wedding, another introduction. So I am happy as can be. I want to get into the couples that have already been married. I want to know what they're doing on their honeymoon. I want to know what they're getting into. So let's hop into the last of our 2 couples, starting off with Stella and Philip. We started this episode. I went, who is that hot mama on that bike? I thought she couldn't get any hotter with the helmet on. And then she took the helmet off, and I was like, oh God, hot mama. Stella is so beautiful. She's so cool to me. I know it's probably just the look of the bike that's making me say that she is like so awesome, but I just vibed with Stella so hard. So I believe that Stella is from Lithuania, and I'm really, really sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Please, Lithuania. I really hope. I make myself cringe because it feels really disrespectful when I don't say something correctly. But if I'm saying that wrong, I'm really sorry. And, you know, she grew up very poor, and she wanted to make a life for herself. Her friend bought her a plane ticket to Australia, and she came over here and she worked hard and she thrived. She is obviously a hustler. I think she's really cool because I feel like a lot of women would be able to relate to Stella in a sense of she is a strong woman, has worked hard for things in her life, takes no shit, but also she has this really soft side. She goes, you know, I cry too much, relatable. And just like, I feel like there's this balance to her that I feel like a lot of women will relate to, where it's like, you know, I think people try to put us in a box of we're too strong or we're really sensitive. And I think that having Stella shows that a lot of women, most women, are both. We can be really strong, really resilient, and also be really sensitive and really empathic, etc. So I'm really vibing with Stella. Do you guys like the way I said that? I'm really vibing with Stella. I sound like a weatherman. Okay, so I really, really am scared to talk about Philip because Philip could be an amazing guy. He has done nothing to show that he is anything but yet. I want to make that clear. Philip has done nothing to show that he is nothing but a nice guy. But when a guy starts out by saying there is an epidemic of lonely, depressed men out there, and I am here to tell them how fitness can change their life. Oh God. It gives red pill. It gives those guys who have like masculinity courses. It scares me. Because it kind of feels like what Andrew Tate was kind of doing, which is taking advantage of younger men. Now, I don't want to put him in that box yet because this year I've been trying to not judge a book by its cover so quickly. Like, I don't want to put everyone in the same basket. Like, I definitely just was like, okay, stop. I know it's a red flag, but it's a red flag to me. She could love that he has a YouTube channel telling men that they just need to go to Bali and eat healthy to cure their depression. She might love that. I personally think it's unhealthy and unsafe to try and guide someone out of their depression when you're not a psychologist or a doctor. But hey, who am I to judge? So anyway, Philip, he is an Australian, but he's also his parents came from Croatia, and he is a carpenter. He is all about fitness. He is all about health. He is all about getting up at 4:30 and hitting the gym, which, if that makes you happy in life, who am I to say otherwise? You know what I mean? I just know that he would hate me as a person. He would see me drinking my Red Bull. He would shake his head. He would see me waking up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and then going to work at 12 o'clock at night, and he would shake his head. He would hate me. He would hate me. You know, he'd pick me up from work and I'd say, stop by that Macca's drive-thru, and he would hate me. So it's just really funny. It's really funny because just because we have opposing qualities doesn't necessarily mean that he is a bad guy. But I think just maybe from experience, guys like that do scare me just a little bit, because I feel like they are the ones who come on the strongest when they tell you what you need to do with your life. So, but with that said, Philip does seem like a genuine person, because he opened up about the fact that he was a party boy. He opened about the fact that he felt as though, you know, he took advantage of the chance that his parents gave him, and he was wasting it partying, and he just wants, you know, to grow up to be, you know, like live his life to be a good guy. And, you know, for that, I was like, you know what, maybe I need to take a step back. Maybe I don't need to judge a book by its cover and just actually hear what he's trying to do with his platform. But his main job is carpentry. This is just an outlet for him. So, be that as it may. Philip, coach and carpenter. He is looking for love. I don't know exactly why he can't just find it on Tinder. I guess it's the same excuse that everyone else has, that Tinder and Hinge haven't worked for them. So he's just like here to find a woman who like has aligning values to him, you know, that, you know, is an early riser, takes fitness really seriously and all that stuff. And, you know, good for him if that's what he wants out of a partner. Who am I to say otherwise? It just all seems a bit surface level to me. You know, it just seems a little bit surface level, but sometimes the surface level is the most important part. Like, you know, if I wasn't attracted to my partner, we would have big problems, but looks are just surface level. So I guess all the surface level stuff is sometimes just as important as the deeper level stuff. But it was like, say something deeper, but you know, whatever. Okay, let's get into the wedding. So the wedding's pretty. Her dress is gorgeous. Her dress is giving, the Great Gatsby. It's giving Great Gatsby. I kind of wish that it had a really beaded, exaggerated train too. Like it still stays really fitted, but the train that lays flat on the floor, all beaded, going all the way down, would have been just made it feel just like that wedding. Now I would say, I wish they would have gone, I can't believe I'm like going into this, but I have to say it. I think they should have decorated the wedding around her wedding dress, because if there was a Great Gatsby theme with that dress, it would have ate. It would have ate. You could really see how production is losing its money, because the first few weddings were extravagant. And then one wedding didn't have any flowers. Like the ceremony had no flowers and just chairs. Give it that they did have it at the Opera House, this other couple I'm about to talk about, but no flowers, no chairs, there were chairs. Ooh. No flowers, no nothing. What, you just spend the whole budget on the reception? That's such an odd take. And this one, I'm like, it's whatever. You can tell that they're losing money on production. You know, so I was like, ugh, whatever. I love that. I love looking at the flowers. I love looking at the dresses, seeing what everyone's wearing. And it just was slowly going down and down and down and down. But Stella's dress, ooh, it was very pretty to me. I really, really liked it. Okay, so Stella walks down the aisle and there is immediate chemistry.
Hi, I'm Bill.
Hi, Bill.
So what's your name?
Stella.
Stella, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
And I love that. I love, that's what I want for these people. I want them to like, I want to watch people fall in love. As much as I love the drama can sometimes get overwhelming if there's nothing to balance it out. So I really love watching a couple that vibes with each other. And then one of the guys, when she got up there, one of Philip's friends goes, "Are you an early riser?" And as soon as she said yes, you would think that Philip, you think that Philip was going to get down on his knees and eat her nookie.
Early riser.
I am.
You are? Oh,
Yeah.
stars align. There you go.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, absolute morning person.
You would think that she's a billionaire who has her own jet. She's jet setting because she gets up at 4:30. I'm going to bed at 4:30, baby. I'm going to sleep. Yeah, I would have said to the friend, I'm up in the morning. I'm up in the morning. That's because I haven't slept yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm great that that's like, something he really wanted and he got it. But it was just a lot of energy for that, but whatever. Okay, so she says her vows, they're super beautiful. And then he says his vows. And in his vows, he starts talking about his YouTube channel and how he tries to guide young men, all of that, stuff. And, her friends did not like that. Her friends thought it was clout chasing. They really did. But Stella seemed to be fine with it. You know what I mean? So, oh my God, it was so sexy. It was so sexy the way that they ended the wedding. It was so romantic. I actually really, really loved it.
Let's go.
I definitely would be lying if I say, I don't want to go and kiss him again. So, yeah.
He picks her up and he's walking with her and they're kissing each other as he walks away. Like, yes, sir. That is so sexy. Good for Stella. That's what Stella deserves. Like, I really loved watching that. I thought that was so cute. I thought that was really nice. There was no awkwardness. You could tell they were just vibes. They were just vibes. My partner can pick me up for maybe about 2 minutes. My partner picks me up to put me down. Imagine getting picked up and kissing down the aisle is like, ugh, I wish my fat ass could never. My fat ass could never. So that was really nice to see a little wish of mine. Anyways, so that was really, really beautiful to watch. Okay, we get to the reception. And one of Stella's friends who's coming on really strong, I think his name is Joe. Okay, he was talking about his YouTube career too much. He's just here for clout. I have a bad feeling. And I thought it was a lot. I thought it was a lot for him just mentioning that he guides young men on YouTube. I thought that was a lot of energy for that, right? So he goes over to not Philip, but Philip's friends. And Philip's friends were so nice about it. They were like, no, we totally get where you're coming from. Like, we get that how that might sound, but he's just really passionate about the things that he does.
Red flags?
Okay, give it
Go
to
on, throw it up. I don't know if I agree with him giving us a bit of a spiel about his YouTube channel through his nuptials.
Oh, okay.
Is he here for the right reason?
I could see why. Yeah, no.
And he wanted her to know what he does because, like, that's his whole world. Like, his whole world is trying to, one, his carpentry, and two, his outlet on how, eating healthy and exercising, he felt how it changed his whole life. And while I think it's a bit odd trying to, navigate someone's mental health when you don't have a doctorate, like, I just think it's a little bit, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. I want to know, but can you guys understand where I'm coming from? Of, it seems like a little bit of a scary thing to do when you don't have a doctorate. You don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Are you even a dietitian, Anyways, they were like, no, he's super passionate about it. And, like, that is his life. So sharing his life is sharing that. And honestly, I could understand that.
About things that he does now.
Yeah.
You know, like there's like he's basically changed from the times that he used to basically, you know, go out party and everything else and that. That's not him anymore.
Yeah.
I saw where they were coming from with that take. So Joe needs to calm the fuck down. It almost was giving like he likes Stella a little bit. Like, I don't know. It was giving a little bit, you know how your friends are overprotective, but then that one male friend is like, he likes the drama a little bit too much because you're hoping he falls into his arms. I don't know. It was weird. It was a little too much. I don't think it's because he likes her. I think it's because cameras were there and he said, honey, this is it. This is my time to shine. This is my time to be that bitch. And he was that bitch. But the only thing that was more that bitch than him is that Joe didn't go and talk to Philip. But you know who did? Stella's best friend, who I've got to say, I'd be scared to go head to head with her. Why would I be scared to go head to head with her? Because she totally was gaslighting Philip when she confronted him. Okay, listen. She takes Philip to the side and she brings up the fact that she is worried that he is just here for clout, that he is just here for the platforming, that he is just here to grow his YouTube. And he went, Philip was nice about it to me. Philip was not to be cornered. Well, she actually took him into a corner. So it was like being cornered and they were actually in a corner and she's saying this stuff to him. And I'm like, go off, girl. Be a protective friend. I know that my friends would do that for me. I know my bestie would do that for me. But then he was explaining himself and he was matching her energy, right? He was being polite, but matching her energy.
Are you here for the right reasons?
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay. The fact that you've come here and made mention of your beautiful online business and how big your presence is online.
It's not big. It's just my outlet.
Right.
But then she started to do something I've noticed. I've seen this done before and it is so uncomfortable because it's so hard to explain. It's so hard to explain that you're like, is it even worth explaining when it's happening to you? But it's like the best way I can describe it is someone gaslighting you that you're angrier than you are, that you're being aggressive to them. And nothing pisses me off more.
Story is how I changed my life around. Like,
No.
I mean it.
Hold on. I don't care. I don't
know.
care.
Like,
I'm
I'm
going
telling
to
you.
stop you just for a second. You're irritated.
Okay.
It's okay. You don't have to tell me.
I just don't want someone to tell me I'm thinking something or whatever. I'm very calm. Like, I'm just listening to what you say. Like,
No. It's okay.
Yeah.
Breathe.
No, I'm relaxed. I'm breathing.
No, you're getting really worked up. I
No.
can feel it. I can feel it.
He literally went, I can tell that you're agitated. Yeah, bitch, I'm agitated because you're agitating me. Like, are you kidding me? You're confronting me with these accusations and I'm taking up for myself. And now you're acting like I'm gonna beat you to a pulp. It was so weird. It was like, I was like, oh, the friend is coming on too much, coming on too hard, too fast. Take your foot off the pedal, hit, brake, have a glass of wine, chill the fuck out. I really didn't like that. But look, by the end of it, they sorted all of it. So hopefully that'll stay where it is. But maybe he is. Because I understood where the friend was coming from. I just didn't like the way they did it. You know what I mean? It just comes on really strong. So yeah, they solved that. There is another thing that I want to talk about that happened at the wedding. So there is this tradition in her culture where you have a glass of vodka to kind of give you good luck into the future of your wedding. And this is a type of family. She explained she has the type of family who takes traditions very seriously. And this guy just needed to have the shot of vodka, and he wouldn't. First, I thought, okay. At first, I thought maybe he didn't just stop drinking just because he was a party boy. Maybe there was some addiction stuff behind that. Maybe there's some, dependent stuff that he wants to, not slip back into. So I was like, I get that. But then he says that he doesn't want to do it because his online business, he is encouraging young boys not to drink. And if he drinks, then what is that the example that he's setting? I'm pretty sure that the example won't be ruined by one drink.
Drink your drinks.
I'm not doing it. I don't drink. That's it. I just don't do that, you know? And the reason why I don't do that is because I tell people not to do it.
Understood where their friends were coming from when they were worried about that. I understood. But this one, I don't really know about. I want your guys' opinions on this. Help mold me, help shape me into this, because I don't think someone should have to drink if they don't want to drink. But then also, if it's only for your platform, surely if they saw that and confronted you about it, you could have simply said it was a tradition. It was 1 glass of vodka. It was not like, it's not something I would do every single day, because this is something important to her. So wouldn't you take a little bit of backlash to make her happy? But Stella was super understanding. So all was well. I mean, it wasn't a good look to the friends, but at the end of the day, he's not married to the friends. He's married to Stella, and Stella didn't mind. So I think Stella and Philip, they are very beautiful. They have heaps of chemistry. She has stars in her eyes. He looks really happy. I think that they're going to be a very fun couple to watch. Here's to hoping, because we already have enough drama with the other couples that we are going to get into next episode. So fingers crossed, Stella and Philip can just be our rock. The little healthy couple who goes to the gym together. Here's to hoping. Okay, last but not least, well, kind of least, because it was a little bit boring, but for being kind, for being nice, let's say last but not least, and that is Julia and Grayson. Now, Julia is, wouldn't you guess it, another communication coach or life coach or whatever. Everyone's a coach. Everyone needs to have a whistle on and be blowing it at someone the way that everyone is just a coach here. She is a coach. She really strongly talks about her bisexuality and how she doesn't know if she's going to get a man or a woman. And of course, she gets a man. She doesn't really say too much about herself, if I'm being completely honest, except really harping on the bisexuality, which I can understand. Having, not being heterosexual and coming out like that is a very big thing. And, I get why she really was identifying with that and explaining that. I was just really bored that they matched her with a man. I mean, I gotta be honest. I was really bored. I would love to see a woman there have been a few gay couples on this, but I was like, oh God, of course they match her with a man. I would have loved to seen her with a woman. So anyway, look, they match her with this guy named Grayson. And Grayson, he's just a little love bug. Like, that's the best way I can describe him. He seems like a really good dude. I'm not even gonna lie. He was, he's on this show because he was gonna be in the AFL and then got an injury, right? And he just went through severe depression about the fact that he wasn't going to be able to be in the AFL. He felt like a failure. He felt like he had no purpose in life. And he really put dating on the back burner. And he really had to focus on how to now make purpose for his life. And I really felt for his story. Like, I felt really bad for him. And I understood where he was coming from completely. It is really hard to feel like there is nothing moving forward in your life. I feel like we all have probably felt that at some point, and the feeling of it is just, especially for someone that probably had a lot of people, having high hopes for him. So he's on this show because all of that went to the back burner when he was struggling with that. And now he is looking for love. He's a super emotionally well-rounded guy, that he says. And he's just looking for someone who is also very intuitive, very well-rounded, very in tune with their emotions. And they don't really say anything about like personality completely to me. Like, they didn't go into, I want this and I want her to be blonde, big boobed, tiny waist. Like, they didn't do any of that. They were actually really quick with this wedding. A lot didn't happen. So essentially, I'm just going to say basically what had happened, because I didn't get much from this. I didn't get much from them. Sorry, I didn't get much from them. They both want someone who's adventurous, well-rounded, emotionally intuitive, blah, 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 blah. Same shit we hear with the other couple. Anyway, wedding day comes, her dress, whatever. I just want to rip that fucking choker off. I do. I get it. It's very like New York wedding. I get it, but I just didn't get it at the same time. Like, I was like, just take it off. Just take it off. You can have the choker or the gloves. You don't get both. Absolutely not. Rip the choker off. What happened? What happened with the reception? Did we spend the whole budget on the opera house? What's the point of being at the opera house? The opera house is about theater and dramatics. Where's the dramatics? You put beach chairs out on the fucking balcony and said walk down the aisle. Like, it was so weird. It was a picnic wedding. And there was no snacks. Like, it was giving nothing. It was giving me nothing. It was giving me jail cell wedding. Like, what was that? You know what I mean? Yeah, you got married at the opera house outside on the concrete. No flowers, no nothing. It gave you nothing. I mean, I guess the budget was out. They were clean. They were dry. They were gone. Budget gone. Anyway, they seem to have, like, really great chemistry, like, really good chemistry. So, good for them. Love that for them. The wedding's lame, whatever. Sorry, I gotta say it. Wedding's lame, whatever. I'm moving on. He didn't even wear a tux. He did not even wear a tux. Are you good, my guy? You couldn't put a bow on? Ugh. If my partner showed up in that in our wedding, I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going to a fucking business meeting. I thought you were here to marry me. Oh, I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed with all the outfit choices, the decor choices, every choice I was annoyed with. One, it's a male, no flowers, no chairs, no nice chairs, nothing on the concrete. The dress sucks. Like, this whole wedding annoyed me. Spark right away. The reception was great. They were just getting to know each other, and it was really warm and really lovely. She told him that he was bisexual in the show, then cuts off and goes to ads, and they were trying to make it look like he was really angry about it. But his friends in the background got this, like, fucking grin of, like, oh, yeah, mate. Oh, yeah, mate. She likes girls. We have a girl on Get Action, mate. Oh, yeah, mate. Like, that's the faces they give. And the show tried to twist it otherwise, and it didn't work. Because when they, like, paused, if you look at the mate's face in the background, one of them's like this.
Actually bisexual. Yeah, I've dated men, I've dated women.
Like, he said, you know, like, it was stupid. Just, like, don't try to twist it into, like, something it's not. You know what I mean? It was so stupid. It made it more funny because you could tell, like, he's obviously not going to be angry. Like, you're trying to make it into something it's not. And then when the ads are over and we come back, he's like, oh, yeah, that's all right. You know, it's whatever. Okay, and that is the end of the weddings. Yay, no more weddings. Thank you, God. And we're going to have the first dinner party with all the couples. And I know that shit is going to be spicy. And I'm so excited to react to it live with you guys. It's going to be so sick. I'm so excited. So I'll see you guys episode 6. First dinner party. Let's get into it. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.